Hey, Mark Johnson.
Morning, Sam.
Hey, we're missionmonday.com, brought to you on Strive, which helps schools tell their stories. We're going to make those stories worth telling. Mark, let's talk about telling some stories this week. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's tell some stories.
All right. I know in the past, and probably even this year, we have had the mission where we're like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's what adults are supposed to ask kiddos. Kiddos are supposed to make sure they tell that. And then adults are supposed to go, all right, if you want to be this, here's something you need to do. And maybe give them a task for that week to figure it out. So they are on that path. I think that's a good mission. However, Mark, I'm going to ask you this. What did you want to be when you grow up?
When I was growing up, I wanted to be a policeman.
Mark, it's my understanding you're not gainfully employed as a policeman.
I am not.
And
no. What did you want to be, Sam?
I'm going to let you know right now, I am not Johnny Cash. I am not flying fighter jets, and I am not a movie star. So I'm also not a DJ. So we both have been a DJ for the briefest moments of times.
Oh yeah, great. Now you want to talk about stories, Sam?
We're not even going to get in. We're not even going to get into our wedding DJ days. But I'm none of the things that were really on my list when I was growing up. I think both of us have hit a plan B, maybe even C, D, E on down the line. So I think it's great to have those dreams and aspirations and have an idea of what you want to do. I think it's good for us to encourage those dreams. It's also good for us to help people have a plan B. So students, here's what I want you to do this week. Your mission is to think about, all right, here's my dream. Here's what I want to be. What else could I be? What's something else I could be good at? Maybe even ask an adult, hey, what do you think I'm going to be good at? Adults, what I want you to do this week is I want you to ask students, what do you want to be when you grow up? Even though you probably have, get the answer. And then I want you to also help them develop a plan B and say, oh, you want to be Johnny Cash? That's a great aspiration. However, I've also noticed that you're really good at this. Because you're really good at this, this could be a good career for you. Have you thought about that? So we can maybe inspire some other notions besides that first thought that's on the kid's brain. We're not about crushing dreams with this mission, Mark.
No, because it could almost sound like that. You know, if people took it out of context, it'd be like Mission Monday is encouraging us to crush dreams.
And that's not the mission this week. It's, hey, find out what that dream is, and then maybe light a fire on another dream and say, that's a really great aspiration. That's a great goal. That's something that you could be. But I don't know if you notice this about yourself. You have this quality, which means you would also be amazing at this, hence the plan B.
What's cool about that is that maybe they haven't even thought about the other plan B. You know, like maybe you could provide the spark into somebody where they're like, oh my God, I never even thought of that. And you could put them, plan B could become plan A.
And it might even also be, I'm going to throw another thing out there. There was a point in time in Sam Steger's student career where he was sitting in a class with a teacher that he really enjoyed and went, that'd be kind of a cool gig. You might say, hey, have you ever thought of, and you'd be really good at this, and then the kid go, yeah, I just never really said it out loud. I've kind of thought about that, yeah. And you can go, well, the reason why you thought about it is because you have something here, you have something here that would make you good at that. So you might, even though you might have that kid come up with something they've never thought of before, or you might be that one little extra push towards something they'd be great at that they have just the tiniest spark of already in them. Mark, there's a lot of great potential with this mission is what we're saying.
Absolutely. And in order to really pull that off, in order for that teacher to pull that off with you, I'm sure that teacher knew something about you, had some sort of relationship with you, had been noticing you. And so in order to have these conversations with kids, you've got to actually, kind of know your kids.
That makes sense to me.
So it encourages, it like subtly encourages those relationships through the whole thing. Because you're not just going to make something up. Hey, you should be an astronaut because I saw you looking up in the space one time.
It's a good point, Mark, but if you got
I don't think it's a good point. You don't believe it's a good point, but I appreciate you saying that.
No, I do think it's a good point. I do think it's a good point. I think that's very well illustrated and definitely got it across. And we want these to be authentic notions of what they could be because of those relationships you built with kids and the history you have with them and what you know about them. Not just that you saw them staring off into space and you go, space, astronaut. So yeah, I like where your head's at on this.
Thanks, man.
Right on.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add on to this before we get out of here?
I want to say great job, Stripe TV, State Basketball, putting a lot of stuff out there. That was pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, for
A lot
sure.
of people watching State Basketball through Stripe TV. So
We dig that partnership with Strive, and this video is going to be up on Strive by the end of the day, and we hope people watch it. PermissionMoney.com and Strive.
right on.
Right on. I think that's all I have. I'll see you next week. All right.
Bye-bye.